Hello, friends. I am very delighted to be announcing the beginning of a free webinar series on healing. All of us know how important the different dimensions of healing are. But for me, the instigation, the impulse to do this webinar and to reach out to the whole of my community in this way is because I've now come to the other side of being treated for prostate cancer. And I watched how my lifetime practice, in a sense, came to a kind of apex in, this discovery in myself that went through about a 5-month process before treatment was completed. And time will tell whether that treatment was sufficient and adequate. But I have no worry about that. But what it did bring me to was a sense that it's time to share with people not only what I wrote in my books, How Shall I Live and Inside Out Healing, but what's matured in me over the years since I wrote those books about what the inner dynamic of healing can be and how deeply liberating it can be. There's an anecdote about the Buddha, late in old age, where one of the disciples is purported to have asked him, "You teach us all the time about the cessation of suffering, but I watch you bend and groan, and we've seen so many of our brothers and sisters succumb to old age and death, and in the process often with a great deal of suffering. So what is it that you're really teaching?" And the Buddha responded, "Well, when life shoots an arrow at you, that is suffering. Old age, pain, disease. What I've tried to teach you is not to shoot the second arrow, the suffering you create in yourself through your mind and in the way you refuse a deep engagement with your feelings." So in this webinar, I will be actually guiding body-centered meditations so that you can directly access that place where your own internal genius starts to speak to you, speak within you through imagery, through movement of feeling with imagery, in a quite spontaneous way that can be profoundly and deeply healing, and not in the ways you might be asking for healing, but in the ways your soul really needs it. Similar to what can happen in dreams, where things that are unfinished in us are brought into a focus in a dream, and the dream can guide us to the healing and resolution. Anyway, this will be a fun time. There's no charge for this. This is my joy in sharing with my community. And just come join us. It will be experiential, not a whole lot of theory, not so much focus on what the mind does to create our suffering, but much more the focus on the direct relationship you can have in yourself to the ground of love through your body, through a way of joining the space that is you in the most intimate way. So join me. I'm looking forward to it very much.